טוב, ומנעים שבר אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, ומנעים שבר אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, ומנעים שבר אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, ומנעים שבר אחים גם יחד. How good it is,
How good it is,
how sweet it is,
how sweet it is
to
to
be together on this day. How good it is,
how good it is,
how sweet it is,
how sweet it is
to
to
be together on this day. הנה מה טוב, ומנעים שבר אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, ומנעים שבר אחים גם יחד.
Shabbat Shalom
Shabbat Shalom.
and welcome. It's nice. We have some kids here tonight. We're getting back into our regular schedule of first Friday of the month being a little bit of a family-flavored service. And we even have the Cantor's mom all the way from California with us tonight.
Hi,
So
Mom.
make sure to make her kfel after services. I'm Rabbi Pankin,
I'm Cantor Wally.
and we're joined by Jennifer Fessler, our wonderful president, and we are happy to welcome you. Just a few things. First of all, we ask when you're in the building, whenever you're not eating, please keep your masks on so that everybody keeps one another safe and healthy. If you have a cell phone, please just take one moment to check it. You know how you think you turned it off and then you haven't? We don't want you to be embarrassed. So take a moment, check it, make sure that it is off or in silent mode. And as we settle into Shabbat, take a moment, just look around, find something pleasing in the room. Maybe it's a person you're happy to see. Maybe there's something beautiful on the wall. Maybe it's your favorite color. Maybe it's someone you haven't seen in a while. But just take a moment, find something that's pleasing. Find your way into this room. Leave everything that bothers you outside. And join me in taking a deep breath as we prepare for Shabbat. We start the service with the words, Hine ma tov, how beautiful it is when we're together. And so I invite you to take a moment, look around you, find a mask you don't know, introduce yourself to that person, and wish them Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
For those of you I haven't had the pleasure to meet personally, I'm Jennifer Fessler. I'm president here at Temple Sherry Emeth. And I've got lots of things to share with you tonight. Our Lifelong Learning Committee has started their programming. On Sunday, November 14th, we will be welcoming Dr. Ellen Frankel. Dr. Frankel served for 18 years as the editor-in-chief and CEO of the Jewish Publication Society. She will be drawing from her book, The Five Books of Miriam, and presenting ancient texts through the prism of women's voices, including our mothers, our bubbies, rabbis, and sages. She's also going to look at some of our biblical women, Rachel, Wiley Rebecca, and Dinah, the wounded one. And she's going to explore new questions that can uncover ancient secrets, how modern research and scholarship can shed new light on the past, and how today's women can engage in conversation with our biblical counterparts. She will be joining us on the 14th, and if you go to our Lifelong Learning website, we do have several planned for the rest of the year and into 2022. So please take a look, find something that interests you, make sure you put it on your calendar because we want to see you there. On Thursday, November 18th, the rabbi will be having her first Jewish interest book discussion. We will be discussing The Outskirts of Hope, which is a memoir of the 1960s Deep South. Registration is required, so please, again, Lifelong Learning website, everything is there. Sign up and put it on your calendar. Yoshi is busy as usual. Our minis, which is our 3rd through 5th grade, is going to be having a Hanukkah mystery game on November 18th. Our Yoko juniors, which is our 6th, 7th, and 8th, are having a Hanukkah and Havdalah movie night. I heard there will be some yummy sufganiyot in a mug as well, so you don't want to miss it, so sign up. Please join us on November 21st for our annual Interfaith Thanksgiving service. This year it will be at Co-Cathedral of St. Robert's Bellamy in Freehold. The service is really beautiful with the combined choirs and the combined clergy. You really don't want to miss it. It's one of my favorite services all year. Next Friday night, we're going to be celebrating the completion of our merger with TRT, and we will be having a pre-neg where we will have a short ketubah signing service. Our committees are combined, our boards are working together, our integration and design teams are working on merging our sacred items. So we're going to make it official by celebrating it with a service. Outside in the tent, we will have our pre-neg, we will have the ketubah signing. Spaces is open to everybody, but there will be a cap of 200 people here in the sanctuary to ensure that we all can properly social distance. So please go to the website and sign up and put your name on that list so we can make sure we have a proper count for that night. And I look forward to seeing all of you after the service for some yummy empanadas. And I hear there actually may be some sangria involved too. So I look forward to seeing you there. Shabbat Shalom.
It's funny because I heard tequila, but you know, sounds like tefillah, who knows. We begin welcoming Shabbat with the lighting of the candles and the blessing over the wine, and it is my pleasure to welcome up Karen and Larry Goldstein to lead us in the prayers this evening.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, by our own day, among those who kindle light. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Page 123, you can find your prayer book underneath your seat.
Praise to you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine. Praise to you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who finding favor with us, sanctified us with mitzvot. In love and favor, you made the holy Shabbat our heritage as a reminder of the work of creation. At first, among our sacred days, it recalls the exodus from Egypt. You chose us and set us apart from the peoples. In love and favor, you have given us your holy Shabbat as an inheritance. Praise to you, Adonai, who sanctifies Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam bo pri hagofen.
Amen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho be'ava uvratzon inchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit, ki hu yom tehila בת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. אמן. לחיים.
Shabbat shalom. A long, long time ago, in the northern part of Israel, in the town of Sfat. How many of you have been to Sfat? Oh, nice. So you know where I'm talking about, and you can picture it in your mind. The richest man in town was sleeping, as usual, through Shabbat morning services. Every now and then, he would almost wake up trying to get comfortable on the hard wooden bench, and then sink back into a deep sleep. Well, one morning, he woke just long enough to hear the chanting of the Torah verses from Leviticus, in which God instructs the Jewish people to place 12 loaves of challah on a table in the tabernacle in the ancient wilderness. When services ended, the wealthy man woke up, not realizing that at all that what he heard was Torah and the reading about how God wanted 12 loaves of challah. He thought actually in his sleep that God had come to him and asked him to bring personally 12 loaves of challah to God. Well, the rich man felt very honored that God should single him out, but he also felt a little foolish. Of all things God could want from a person, 12 loaves of challah, that didn't seem very important. But who was he to argue with God? He went home and he baked the bread. Well, upon returning to the synagogue, he decided the only proper place for his holy gift was alongside the Torah scrolls in the ark. He carefully arranged the loaves and said to God, "Thank you for telling me what you want. Pleasing you makes me very happy." And then he left. Well, no sooner had he gone than the poorest Jew in town, the synagogue janitor, entered the sanctuary. And all alone he spoke to God and he said, "Oh God, I am so poor. My family is starving. We have nothing to eat. Unless you perform a miracle for us, we will surely starve." Then, as was his custom, he walked around the synagogue room to tidy it up. And when he ascended to the bema, he opened the ark, and behold, there in front of him 12 loaves of challah. "A miracle!" he exclaimed. "I had no idea you worked so quickly, God. Blessed are you, O God, who answers our prayers." And he took the challah and he ran home to share the bread with his family. Well, a few minutes later, the rich man returned to the sanctuary, curious to know whether or not God had eaten the challah. So he slowly ascended the bema, opened the ark, and lo and behold, he saw that the chalot were gone. "Oh my God," he shouted, "you really ate my challah. I thought you were teasing. This is wonderful. You can be sure that I will bring another 12 loaves with raisins in them next time." Well, the following week, the very rich man brought another dozen loaves to the synagogue and again left them in the ark. And minutes later, the poor man entered the sanctuary. "God, 7 loaves we ate, 4 we sold, and 1 we gave to charity. But now nothing is left, and unless you do another miracle, we will surely starve." And he approached the ark and slowly opened its doors, and lo and behold, another miracle. He cried, "12 more loaves, and these with raisins too. Thank you, God, this is wonderful." Well, this challah exchange became a weekly ritual that continued for many years. And like most rituals that become routine, neither man gave it much thought. And then one day, the rabbi, detained in the sanctuary longer than usual, watched the rich man place 12 loaves of challah into the ark, and then he watched as the poor man redeemed them. The rabbi called the two men together and told them what had been going on. "I see," said the rich man sadly. "God doesn't really eat my challah." "Oh, I understand," the poor man said. God hasn't been baking challah for me all along. They both feared that now God no longer would be present in their lives. And then the rabbi asked them to look at their hands. Your hands, he said to the rich man, are the hands of God, giving food to the poor. And your hands, said the rabbi to the poor man, are also the hands of God, receiving gifts from the rich. So you see, God can still be present in your lives. Continue baking and continue taking, because your hands are the hands of God. As we enter Shabbat this evening, look at your hands. They are the hands of God. And our Shabbat rituals and our Shabbat worship remind us to use our hands as the hands of God in this world. Let us begin together reminding ourselves, page 127. Let's read together. There are days when we seek things for ourselves and measure failure by what we do not gain. On Shabbat, we seek not to acquire, but to share. There are days when we exploit nature as if it were a horn of plenty that can never be exhausted. On Shabbat, we stand in wonder before the mystery of creation. There are days when we act as if we cared nothing for the rights of others. On Shabbat, we remember that justice is our duty and a better world our goal. So we embrace Shabbat, day of rest, day of wonder, day of peace.
Shalom Aleichem. May the angels of Shabbat come and bless us with peace. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Barchuni L'Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seichem L'Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Page 144, we join together in our Chatzi Kaddish. Yitgadal ve'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah. Ve'almad yivrach Yerutei v'yamlich malchutei. V'chayechon v'yomechon uv'chayedecho Beit Yisrael. Agala ba'agala uvizaman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehi Shemei Rabbah Mevarach le'alam u'l'alamei alamaya. Yitbarach, Yitbarach ve'yishtabach ve'yitpa'ar ve'yitromam ve'yitnaseh ve'yithadar ve'yithaleh ve'yithalal Shemei D'Kudsha Richu le'ela min kol birchata ve'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran me'alma v'imru. Amen. Page 146, our call to worship. If you're able, please rise. La 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 dark,
roll into light. Night becomes day,
day turns to night.
roll into dark.
Roll into light,
Night becomes
day, day turns to night.
Page 150, we read together. Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Please be seated. And you shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And these words which I command you on this day shall be upon your heart, shall be upon your heart, and you shall teach them diligently unto your children, and you shall speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise up, and when you rise up, and you shall bind them for a sign upon your hand, and they shall be for frontlets between your eyes, and you shall write them on the doorposts of your house and upon your gates, and upon your gates, that you may remember and do all of my commandments, and be holy unto your God, unto your God, unto your God.
Page 269, We'll read responsively in the middle of the page. We worship the power that unites the universe, a promise of harmony for all.
Yet that oneness eludes our grasp as imperfection and evil abound.
Before our eyes there is a vision of perfection, order, and goodness.
There is evil enough to break the heart, and there is good enough to exalt the soul.
When will redemption come?
When we grant everyone what we claim for ourselves.
Long ago we escaped the tyranny of Egypt. Our people saw the power of the Most High.
We learned God's presence redeems time and event, so we celebrate this power that makes for freedom. La 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 mi kamo kavaili madonai mi kamo kade dabakudes norati loto semele norati loto semele malchut kara uvanecha ukiayam Moshe u'Miriam ze'ilianu ve'amru ze'ilianu ve'ameru Adonai melech le'olam va'ed Adonai melech le'olam va'ed Ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. We ask for God to lie us down in peace and to wake us up renewed to new life in the Lord. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom Hamidenu shomereinu lechaim. Let's try that again. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu
A thought has blown the marketplace away. There is a song on the wind and joy in the trees. Shabbat arrives in the world, scattering song in the silence of the night. Eternity utters a day.
Open my eyes to truth, open my hands to give freely. Open my lips to good words, to pure words, open my heart to love. Open my eyes to truth, open my hands to give freely. Open my lips to good words, to pure words, open my heart to love. Please rise. Adonai sifatai tiftat, ufi agi tehilatecha. Open my lips to good words, to pure words, open my heart to love. Open my heart to love. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, Elohei Avoteinu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, El Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Mekonei Hakol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, Umevi Gula Livnei V'neihem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer, Umoshia Umagen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Ve'ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechaye HaKol Atah Rav Lehoshia, Mashiv HaRuach Umorid HaGashem, Mechake L'chaim Bechesed, Mechaye HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Nochlim Berofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umkayem Emunato, Lishene Afar, Ichamocha Ba'al Gevurot, Umido Melach, Melech Memit, Umchayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah lahachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yehalalucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. Open my eyes to truth, open my hands to give freely. Open my lips to good words, to pure words, open my heart to love. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. Open my lips to good words, to pure words, open my heart to love. Open my heart to love. Please be seated.
Page 278, we read together in the middle. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may we all live in such a way that this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Shalom טסים לעולם, שלום רב על ישראל עמך. טסים לעולם, שלום רב על ישראל עמך. טסים לעולם, שלום רב על ישראל עמך. טסים לעולם, כי אתה הוא מלך אדון, לכל השלום, כי אתה הוא מלך אדון, לכל השלום רב על ישראל עמך. טסים לעולם, שלום רב על ישראל עמך. טסים לעולם, וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל, בכל עת ובכל שעה, בשלומך. ברוך אתה אדוני, מברך את עמו ישראל, בשלום רב על ישראל עמך. טסים לעולם, שלום 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 רב על ישראל עמך. טסים לעולם, טסים לעולם, טסים לעולם. We pause for a moment of silent prayer.
page 371, you can find the words to Misha Berach. We always say a prayer for those who are sick and those who are in need of healing and wholeness, be it of their body, their mind, or their spirit. This evening, we certainly hold in our hearts all those who are suffering with COVID-19, and we pray for their complete and speedy recovery. And we also pray that our healthcare workers remain strong and healthy to do the healing and the holy work of bringing people to health again. We also hold in our hearts this evening Daniel and Mindy Minerva, Lori Schulman, Stephen Rice, Jordan Silverman, Richard Cohen, Brian Roche, Colleen Syatt, Norma Menaker, Eileen Fireman, Marla Boucher, Jan Gale, Ron Klug, Joel Borshoff, Adam Aptaker, Karen Schiffman Goldstein, Grayson Shukovsky, Vian Alfred Miller, Nadia McDonald, Barbara Levino, Itu Fang, Adrian Apuza, Spencer Gray Rothstein, Benita Apple, Brody Scher, Tammy Bowling, Carol Levine, Rochelle Ralick, Vera Schwartz, Samuel Finkelstein, Philip Travato, Arnold Levine, Jenna Schneller, Bonnie Eskowitz, Fred Shaw, Nechama Leah, Bert Stillman, Richard Craig, Abe and Rhea Drucker, Alice Schumann, G. Garmel, and Kathleen Lewitt. If there are others that we should mention this evening, people who could use a prayer for healing, we invite you to simply say their names aloud now. For those we've named, for those we haven't, and for those we name silently in our hearts. Misha Berach Avotenu Vimotenu. May the one who blessed our ancestors bless all those who are ill. May their doctors and nurses be skillful and compassionate. May those who care for them find support and comfort. And may they all be granted refuat hanefesh, refuat haguf, the complete healing of body and spirit, as together we say.
Source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. On page 586, in the middle, we rise together for Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula liotzer bereshit, shelo asanu kegoye ha'aratzot, velo samanu kemishpechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, vigor aleinu kechol hamonam, אנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא. Ushemo, Ushemo, Ushemo Echad. Please be seated.
Page 599. We think now of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at this season in years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own. If you are here this evening remembering a loved one and we read their name, we invite you to rise and to remain standing until we all join in rising for the mourner's Kaddish together. This evening, we remember the more than 770,000 Americans and the 5 million around the world who have succumbed to COVID-19. We remember one whose family is currently in the 30-day mourning period of Shloshim, Robert Rubinacci. We remember those whose yahrzeit, the anniversary of their passing, falls this week: Chet Ambler, Beatrice Bacalar, Rose Benjamin, Laura Baum, Eileen Bookfor, Morris Bryman, Sue Cotton, Samuel Shamoff, Leonard Chernick, Louis Deckelboim, Flora Deutsch, Harry Dobrin, Mary Eterno, Nathan Fine, Helen Fierson, Harry Friedelbaum, Rose Friedman, Solomon Galamidi, Sarah Ginenthal, Robert Louis Goldstein, Sidney Golick, Henry Gouder, Cecilia Gross, Mildred Gurian, George Gutman, Selma Gutterson, Toby Hanover, Esther Hanover, Helene Hirschman, Emil Hertzberger, Leo Holzer, Arthur Kaplan, Elliot Katz, Paula Kaufman, Anna Kiselev, Mildred Colton.
Beatrice Krasnow, Sidney Levine, Maddie Lewis, Sidney Lipman, Linda Lurie, Shara Lurie, Beatrice Make, Sarah Margulis, Mickey Marks, Norma Mates, Alice Nahamisa, Rose Neal, Barbara Nyman, Edgar Perlman, Ethel Rosenbaum, Estelle Rosenberg, Evelyn Sadowski, Beth Saraceno, Bernard Satkowitz, Milton Scher, Eva Schenkler, Frida C. Schwartz, Marilyn Shine, Gusta Brender Schilverman, Rita Simon, Herman Smith, Walter Sundell, Mel Tolhurst, Gerald Weiner, Irv Weinthal, Dorothy Weintraub, Sam Weisberg, Naomi Wilder, Helen Winokur, Sarah Ziff. And each week we name individually 6 people who were murdered in the Shoah, giving them names. Agisha Fried, Chaim Weitzman, Rishio Friedman, Pesach Kipnis, Yasha Shapiro, Chaika Surkis.
Zichronam Levracha, may those who have touched our lives continue to bless us through the beauty of their memory. Page 598, we rise as a community together for the words of the mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divarach irutei, v'yamlich malchutei, be'chaye chon u'v'yome chon, u'v'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'gala u'v'izman kariv imru, amen. Yehe shemei Rabbah mivarach le'olam lalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei dekudsha richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehe shalama rabba min shamaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'imru, amen. May the source of peace send peace to those who mourn and comfort to those who are bereaved, as together we say, amen.
Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru.
Please be seated. We always take a moment to thank those who made donations to the synagogue this week because they were made in memory of loved ones, in honor of good moments. What a nice way to remember and to honor. Donations were made in memory of Eugene Paris and Andrea Levin. Donations were made for the art site of Linda Lurie, Shara Lurie, Laura Baum, Sidney Lippman, Dorothy Weintraub, Sue Cotton, Mel Tolhurst, Elliot Katz, Harvey Friedelbaum, Nisan Ben-Ziv, Beatrice Bacalar, Buddy Shear, Evelyn Weissman, Tilly Cohen, and Ned Fine. Donations were made in honor of the special birthday of Arlene Schubert. Happy birthday, Arlene. For the birth of Noah Michael Kaplan and the birth of Madison Page Arnold, and for the bar mitzvah of Evan Goldberg. And donations were made in appreciation of the clergy. And a happy moment, I did a Halloween wedding, which wasn't really a Halloween wedding, it was a wedding on Halloween, a Jewish wedding on Halloween. So Mazel Tov to Scott Katzelnik and Amber Krasner on their beautiful wedding in this very sanctuary. Any good things? I gave you homework, told you to come back this week with something good. Jennifer's going to come around with a microphone, so you have to think of something. Something good that happened this week.
My grandson got his vaccine today.
Yay!
6 years old.
6 years old? That is really good news.
Thanks to the cantor, I found a relative. His son's godfather is one of my distant cousins.
Oh, fascinating.
Through technology, I got to hear my future grandson's heartbeat.
Aww. Through technology, she got to hear her future grandson's heartbeat, in case you didn't. Sometimes the mask.
Hi. Zachary got 3 college acceptance letters yesterday.
Ah.
So we're very excited.
Well, that's a shame because he's not going to college, right? We're not letting you go. Okay, fine, you can go. Mazel tov. That's really good. Any one of those, like the one that you want to go to? Okay. All right. May you find the right one for you. And the cantor's mom is here. Welcome, Sylvia. It's so nice to see you. Do you want to say anything about your mom? Here's your chance.
How wonderful that she's visiting from California and is enjoying this beautiful weather.
Yeah, it's not exactly California weather here, is it? Sorry. All right. Thank you, Jennifer, for being the hostess with the mostess. And anyone want to help me with a challah? You guys want to help me? Would you like a challah? If you come up and help me lead, you get to keep the challah. Come on up. Come on, you can do it. There you go. Here, this is a good deal. Hold it up, and then you get to keep it. There you go. And tonight is empanada night, so we hope you'll join us in the back. Please, just a reminder, when you take your masks off to eat, when you want to eat, take your masks off, but then try to put your masks back on. All right, let's get ready for empanadas. Do you like empanadas?
I never tried.
Ah, well, tonight is your night. Okay, here we go.
Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our prayer is joyfully said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz v'te'avon.
Here's a little bag for it as well. You want to take a piece and eat? It's for you.
To serve an empanada at Oneg is very multicultural and embracing of world cultures. And so we will sing a song which incorporates lyrics from a different culture as well. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Ve'akulam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Ve'akulam. Salam. Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam. 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 Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam. Salam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Ve'akulam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Ve'akulam. Salam. Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam. 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 Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam. Salam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Ve'akulam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Ve'akulam.
We come tonight bringing blessing to one another with the hands of God, and so I invite you, if you're sitting next to someone it's appropriate to hug, to pull them in close, or if it's not appropriate to hug, put your hands on your heart and feel the hands of God around you. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May you be blessed, may you be safe. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. May you be luminous, may you be loved. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May you be joyous, may you be healthy, may you be whole. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Salam. Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam. 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 Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam. Salam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Ve'akulam. There's an empanada for you. There's an empanada for you. There's an empanada for you. Ve'akulam.
Shabbat shalom.